Some of the skills in Starfield allow you to upgrade your ship and do other things, but some of them require you destroying various different ships. You can see here I've got to destroy 30 ships to unlock this piloting skill. This can be pretty tricky, but you'll see there are others in the science menu, for example. This one that gives you extra point of power from a reactor. That again requires you destroying ships. This can mean that you've got them fly around, look for ships to destroy, which can be a bit of a mission and a pain because you can't guarantee that there will be some. But there is a workaround for this. In the Alpha Centauri system, there's actually a place that you can go where you can easily churn your way through loads of ship kills without any problems. If you head over to the Mars district on Jemison, which you've probably been to already because it's part of the main storyline, then there's a place there where you can actually go into a ship simulator. The ship simulator gives you a virtual ship experience, which is good for learning space combat, but more importantly, it also helps you rank up those skill points. So if you head over to the Vanguard building in the Mars district of Jemison, you can then sign up to join the Vanguard. So talk to the commander here and he'll talk you through basically the process, which is fairly straightforward. You basically just have to follow an elevator down, then go into the relevant place in the building in order to access the pilot simulator. Now the pilot simulator will basically put you into a virtual simulation where you then have a ship that's different obviously from your main ship, and you're fighting against various different virtual ships. The bonus of this is obviously not only is it a main quest line, but also it will allow you to rank up those skills by killing loads of ships. You can also use these debugging tools, make note of where that console is in the ship, because that will help you with some upgrades that will help you pass through this. Now this is done in waves, so there are more and more difficult waves to get through to complete the quest, but also just doing it will give you those extra points of killing ships, and it is a really easy way to do it. Now, if you get out of the pilot's seat and go back over to the debugging tool, you can activate a variety of different boosts, and this won't have a negative impact on the story, on this quest, or on what we're trying to do here. You can see that you can upgrade the shields, your damage, and generate an ally, and that will help you get through the waves, but also just to destroy more ships. You work your way through a number of different waves in here, with the enemies getting more and more difficult. Eventually they'll probably be so difficult that they will destroy you, which is obviously unfortunate, but it's not really your ship, it's just a virtual ship, so there's no harm to your actual ship, and there's no problems. And because these are obviously waves, you don't have to go hunting in space hoping that you bump into someone that you can then fight. You can then just destroy them and keep destroying them, working your way through the waves, and eventually you'll be told that you've got sufficient levels in order to pass the quest. The important point to note here is you can exit the simulation ship, or you can just carry on with those waves if you want to. But if you exit the ship and then go back in again, you'll start from the beginning, which means you can then fight the low-level ship enemies and make it much easier for yourself. You can also head back over to the debugging tool and access the authorized only section. If you've got some digipicks, you can hack into this, and it's breaking into some extra boosts, which is essentially cheating at the pilot simulator. But this doesn't matter, because what it enables you to do is to add extra upgrades and another ally, so a more powerful ally, to the fighting, which then means that you can kill more and more ships. This obviously means that you then are churning through not only the experience, but also more importantly hitting those requirements for the various skills in order to get those ship kills and get the points you need to unlock them. So just work your way through here, and it's a much easier way to unlock this so that you can then fly Class C ships, or just get those extra upgrades for the ship design or ship parts from the science tree and other things. It's really simple.